Hello and welcome to the Ending Body Burnout Show. We're your hosts, Chris and Philly, co-founders of multi-award-winning functional medicine practice, serving busy people with energy, mood, and gut issues.
While busyness, overworking, addictive-doing, and perfectionism might be the norm, it's not normal, and it's a major contributor to health issues.
Our goal with this show is to give you a holistic root cause approach to healing your body so that you don't have to continue doctor or diet hopping or popping a gazillion supplements hoping something might stick.
So get ready to heal your body, get your spark back, deeply connect with yourself, and step into the life of your dreams. Let's dive in.
G'day guys, Chris here from Chris and Philly. Super excited to have our good friend Jenny on the podcast today. She's going to talk with me and we're going to go through some things that mean a lot to her, and hope you guys enjoy this conversation. And this is a taste tester of a coaching session that we have with our clients, and it's really interesting. We've worked with Jenny in the past and currently, and so this is kind of like a continuation coaching session that we're going to have today, which is going to be really cool. It'll show you a different dynamic, and we'll highlight some things that Jenny really wants to have happen and call into her life, and some things that maybe she wants to move away from. And anyway, let's get into it. Thanks so much for coming in, Jenny. We'll get right into it in just a tick. All right. So what I would love to know is, well, first off, thanks so much for coming on. It's
That's okay.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna enjoy myself. Will you enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
Cool. So, first question is, I just want to know, how can I best serve you? How can I best help you out? What would you like help with the most?
I feel like all the time when I do stuff, it's like I don't know, like I'm not sure like what I should be working on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like there's so many things.
Right.
The other day I did with Philly, I did like a stuff about brain fog, and that was interesting. That was good. And I feel like that was really helpful. I mean, one of my biggest things is trying to think about, like, you know, with habits and trying to like break old habits and things with like emotional eating or like forgetting to eat
Mm-hmm.
or I don't know, like I feel like there's all these things I know I should do to make myself better and healthier and be all this person that, you know, I want to be, but then I don't end up getting there because I don't do the things that I know I should do.
What are you envisioning when you say that? What are you picturing in your mind? Like, is there a little movie running? Do you see something? What are you talking about specifically? You know, all the things.
Yeah, like it's more like, you know, having like, you know, a good morning routine where, you know, like, I don't know, it doesn't sound like it's a big deal, but it's like, you know, getting up and taking the dog for a walk and, you know, eating breakfast with the family and that. But in the mornings, I'm just like crawling out of bed. You've got to like pry me out of bed. And then, you know, just so tired and don't want to really do anything. Uh, it's like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of the time with food and stuff, like I'll have moments of I'm going to make this really good, healthy, nutritious food. And then other times I'm like, I'm so tired, don't even care, just shove some food in my mouth. Like, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, my brain is like, I don't even know. It's probably not very helpful for you. I think the hardest thing is, I don't feel like I feel like I'm not healthy. I don't feel well, but I don't know what the problem is or why I can't feel healthy and well. Does that make sense?
Maybe. If I said that, I'd probably be thinking a few things, and we're probably on the same track. But when you say you're not healthy, what specifically are you meaning by not healthy? By what judgment are you classifying yourself
Probably
as?
Weight and energy.
Yeah, right. What have they got to? If I could wring that one out a little bit, kind of like extracting water from a stone, maybe. If you could just kind of dig into that a bit? What about your weight and your energy causes you to believe that you're not healthy?
I think probably, well, the energy thing, I feel like from a belief that, the healthy people are always energetic, which doesn't make sense. Well, in my brain that logically everyone's tired sometimes, but I feel like in my head that, healthy people bounce out of bed in the morning and, are excited, for the day, like, yay, I can't wait to get out of bed. Where for me, I'm like, I would like to stay in bed for the rest of my life. And
rest of your life.
Well,
you'll get bed sores.
Yeah, no, it's more like,
your legs will go numb.
Yeah. Not typically, but not really. Literally.
Not really.
But, I mean, it's like, where's your favorite place? My bed.
Right. Okay. Favorite place.
Yeah.
No wonder you don't want to get out if it's your favorite place.
Yeah, I love my bed.
Man.
Cozy.
Would you want help with that, or because it sounds like you're asking me to take away your favorite toy, like your favorite thing.
I feel like it's not a good place to want to stay. Does that make sense?
Maybe.
I feel like it's, I don't know. I feel like that maybe, staying, wanting to spend the day in bed sometimes is not healthy, not a positive thing.
Right. Okay. So if staying in bed for the rest of your life, you don't want that, but you kind of, but it's your favorite thing. What's a happy medium look like to you? What's a healthy medium? I think
I want to do that because I feel tired. And when you're in bed, you're resting, right? So it would be, if I didn't feel so tired, I wouldn't want to stay there.
Well, hang on. Can you just say that again?
If I didn't feel so tired, I wouldn't want to stay in bed.
If I didn't feel so tired, I wouldn't want to
stay. Tired. Yes.
You wouldn't want to stay in bed all the time, or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, getting in this part, talking about it, sorry, I feel like the biggest thing for me is I don't like waking up feeling tired and then I don't want to get up, because it makes me feel like something's wrong with me. And if, sometimes it'd be like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? Am I depressed that I don't want to get out of bed? But then it's like, I know I'm not depressed, but it's like I'm I just am tired. So it's, nice to say there. But if I have something I need to get up for, like today, then I can do it.
Right.
But I don't know, does that make sense?
Yeah. So when you want something, here we go. So when you want something, you'll maybe like force yourself to get out. You'll have a different belief. It's like showing up for.
I have that external motivation to get me out. Where if I don't have to get out, I won't get out.
Right. So there's this theme of other people's expectations on you.
Yeah.
Motivate you to letting people down.
Yeah. Where if it's just for me, it's not. Like I wouldn't get out of bed, I'm going to go for a walk like this morning, I said, my husband and I talked about last night, I said, I want to get up in the morning and do like the morning routine with you guys, where my husband gets my son ready for school most days because in the mornings I don't want to get out of bed. So he's a champ. And I said, I want to do this and have this morning routine and, but it didn't happen. I didn't get out of bed. And then I heard my sister came to the door to drop something off. And so I jumped out of bed. Hey, what are you doing here?
So it's not that you don't want to ever get out of bed. It's that you don't want to get out of bed unless it means something to you or probably or somebody else.
Yeah.
Which therefore it means something to you because they mean something to you.
Yeah.
So therefore it means something to you.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Okay.
What, don't you think? Because it's not that
it is.
You don't. It sounds like, wouldn't you say, that bed's nice and you like bed. It sounds like you've got a really nice relationship with your bed.
Yes.
And maybe it's a safe place.
Yeah, I feel like that too. It's like I'm not like the expectations are low. Like I'm not there's not demands, on me in bed mentally or physically or. You
can hide.
Yeah. Yes, pretty much.
Cool. Well, this is really interesting. Things are done twice, Jenny. Things are done twice. Once in your mind, at least twice. Once in your mind and then in reality. Once you go through this, you've got these thoughts, you've got these ideas, and then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. I bet you that unless something changes, nothing's going to change for you.
Yeah. No, I do. And I feel I feel like I'm starting to, like I've had this fatigue for years that I never wake up rested. But then sometimes I do feel like I do wake up not as tired, but I'm so used to being tired that I'm like, I'm always tired in the morning. So I'm perpetuating that in my head.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I had a little movie pop up in my head when you were saying those things of the ocean. Yeah. And I used to say things like, I hate the ocean. I hate swimming. I hate the sea. I hate the sand. I hate the salt. And then I got to a point I was just aware of it.
Yeah.
And then I thought, this is an opinion issue. this is, and I don't necessarily, and cracks started to appear. It wasn't solid anymore. I thought, oh, you know what? That's not always true.
Yeah.
And then my beliefs started to crumble and crack and started to fall down around me. And then fast forward 2 years of making a decision to change my mind. I started tracking how many times I do get itchy when I go swimming, because that was a big thing for me, getting itchy. Yeah. I always get itchy. I've got bad skin. I've got I hate that, like real limiting negative words to myself. And then it became a self-fulfilling prophecy. Whenever I did get itchy, when that happened, I was like, see, told you so. Just stop doing that and you won't get itchy.
Yeah.
But then I missed out on time and connection with my kids.
Yeah. Well, then I feel like that's part of it. Because like if I'll wake up and I feel like rested, but then if I stay in bed, I will fall back to sleep. And then I'll get that like sleep inertia where it makes you tired, right? Because you haven't had a full sleep cycle, and then so you're like, well, I am really tired. But it's because I stayed in bed and went back to sleep for 15 minutes and then woke up. And when I do stay in bed, it's like that. I have this really broken dozing off and on for like an hour and then getting up, which is not at all. I mean, years of feeling this like fatigue, I've always, I've read all these books about sleep. I listen to podcasts about sleep and sleep hygiene. And so I try and, have really good sleep hygiene, except that. But I have this, I let myself go back to sleep and doze and that in the morning. So then I'm really, I'm real dozy and tired. And yeah.
Well, I'm interested in when you do get out of bed. When I changed my mind about the ocean, I started doing an experiment. I was like, oh, let me just track this. Let me see how many times I do get itchy. And I actually started tracking it over the last couple of years. And it has been about maybe 5 times that I've felt itchy, and I go every single day. No, that's not true. I go almost every single day. And about 5 times I got itchy, and I've written down why that might happen. And there's like lots of seaweed in the ocean on those days. It's so funny. I'm like, well, that might be it. And maybe
it's the seaweed.
It's not Chris, you have bad skin. It's Chris, you get itchy skin when the bugs that are on the seaweed or when the seaweed itself rubs up against you. Yeah. And surprise, surprise, you get an irritation there. But cracks started to appear. I couldn't just make this blanket global statement.
Yeah.
You're always going to be itchy. This is always going to suck. I could change things around. So I'm interested in the cracks that are starting to appear in what you've said. At the end of the day, this is some of the things that you've been saying are beliefs.
Yeah, I agree.
You've written them down in pencil in your belief book. Not permanent at all. No belief is. So if we were to rub this out and create some new ones from these more limiting or beliefs that are kind of holding you back, things can be different.
Yeah. Well, because I feel like the difference, even like I said, I've been I've done heaps of different things over the years to try and sleep better. And this last week, I've been doing mouth taping because I know I breathe through my mouth, right? Anyway, and I've done it in the past and it annoyed me too much and I couldn't do it. But then I tried this different way of doing it with this different kind of tape and not like, taping like only a little bit in the middle. So it's not like you're feeling like you're gagged, because that's a horrible feeling. But just a little bit of tape just in the middle, and it actually keeps my mouth closed. But if I need to, I still can talk a little bit, and I've been able to do it every night and it doesn't interrupt my sleep. And then it's like, probably 6:37, I'm binging my eyes open and I'm like, oh, what's the time? But then I'm like, well, I don't have to get out of bed, so I'm going to go back to sleep.
Right. The-
I'm like going, that's where I'm going, hang on, are you really that tired? Or are you making yourself more tired by it? Like, is this one thing that's really making a difference with how you feel? Because some days I do feel more exhausted, and I'm like, I get woken up by I don't wake up independently, so I know then obviously I'm tired and I'm staying asleep, right? Because I'm really tired. But more often than not, I'm waking up independently before they're even awake. And I feel like quite alert, like, oh, I'm awake. But then I'm like, well, hang on, I don't have to get out of bed. And I'm always tired, so I'm staying in bed, And then I'm doing that sleeping thing. So then by the time I do get up, I've woken up and gone back to sleep 10 times in an hour or two. So I feel like rubbish.
Who makes you go back to sleep? What gives you
fall back to sleep.
What gives you the right?
No one.
No, yes. there is someone.
Me, I'm the boss of my own body.
Hey, wait. Sorry, you just went all distorted then. What did you say just now?
I said I'm the boss of my own body, but then if I am the boss of my own body, I can get out of bed.
Oh, no, that doesn't make sense. Or does it?
I know it doesn't.
Or does it? Does it make sense?
It does.
Sounds like you hit the nail on the head. What do you reckon?
Oh,
Who's in charge of you?
Yeah. Me.
I just don't know if you care enough to get out of bed.
Yeah, see, then that feels horrible because it's like I don't care enough to spend time with my husband and son before the day. That's what that feels like. It makes me feel like a mean person.
Yeah. Hold on to that for a sec. Don't let that one slip.
Yeah, because that feels horrible.
Keep feeling horrible. Stop suppressing it. Just hold it. Hold that. Just feel that. What's going on for you right now?
I just feel like I'm going to cry. But I know that it's not that I obviously don't care about them enough. I guess it's more, maybe it's that it's doing something that it's, I don't know, the first thing I thought was like it's doing something for me. Like it's a way of getting something for myself, putting myself first. But then it's not the way, like I don't want that to be the way I put myself first because it doesn't make me feel good, but it's a way of kind of, I feel like it's a way of like, if the words are like hard to get out. I feel like the way to rest, I need to have something wrong with me. Like I only am worthy of the time to rest if it's because I can't physically do it, not just because I want to. Does that make sense?
Sounds like a belief.
I mean, it probably doesn't make sense. Pardon?
Sounds like a belief. Sounds like you believe it's true, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, and I do feel like the first thing I think of is because my dad was quite unwell growing up, like very unwell. and no one was sicker than dad, so if you didn't stay home from school or get a lot of sympathy when you were unwell unless you were really sick. So you couldn't I just want to have a lazy day, or I want to have like a mental health day or whatever. Like those things don't exist. Like you need to go to the hospital. Okay, then you're sick, like, and I feel like sometimes I have this thing of like, always being productive, and I've got to always be productive, and I can't just like sit and watch a TV show or something like that. I need to always be doing something else at the same time, whether it's like, when I'd say I'm relaxing, I'd be like doing something like painting or drawing or whatever, or working on my laptop or whatever, while I'm relaxing, watching a TV show or listening to something or whatever. So it's like that. I've always got to be productive. And if I'm not being productive, well, then you've got to have a good reason, which is you're sick. Which is really messed up.
But this works for you.
It doesn't work for me.
Well,
it sucks.
Yeah, maybe you don't want it to work for you anymore, but Jen, it's definitely been working for you because you've been doing it. You're good at it. Yeah, you're good at running this pattern.
Yeah.
You could probably teach other people to run that pattern. You're an expert in your life.
Gold star, expert, yeah.
Expert winner.
PhD.
Yeah. You're using language like you got to, you have to.
Yeah.
If you're not sick, you got to work. Always be doing. Push, go, go, go. I'm a little bit sick.
Yeah.
You're not in hospital? Don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
It's not tattooed or seared into you. It's just written in pencil. You can rub these beliefs out, adjust them.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to, you're not going to do it.
Yeah. I want to, though. I don't like it. I definitely don't. I don't want even not just for me, I don't want my kid to see that and think that that's got to be them too. Because I feel like I've learned that from my dad, and I don't want to teach my child that either.
We call that an away from thing. I don't want to X, Y, Z. What do you want? If that's what you don't want to teach your child that. What do you want?
I want to show him that it's okay to rest. It's okay to be productive. And you both are as important as each other. And there's no like moral weight on either of them. There's no moral weight for rest or productivity. It doesn't make you good or bad. Yeah. And I'd like to feel that myself as well. And I feel like I judge other people by that too. Yeah.
Yeah, this is your sacred text that you've been trying to apply in your life. It's commandment. Always be productive. Commandment. Always be doing something. Commandment. If you're not sick and in hospital, work. If you're in bed, you're sick. You're not healthy. Spiritual principle, belief principle. Healthy people are always energetic. Principle.
Yeah.
Healthy people are always excited.
Yeah. 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 It's so not true. I know logically it's not true, but it's
Logically.
I know it's what I think and feel.
It's what you think and feel. And so therefore it's working. It works for you.
Yeah.
It has worked for you. But you're not the same Jenny that showed up to this conversation a little while ago. You're a completely different person. You're a completely different person day to day. Life's not a linear life, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Life's a spiral.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're going to feel like you're going backwards. Sometimes you feel like you're going down. But maybe you are, but if life is a spiral, we can be spinning around, going backwards, going down. Oh, now we're going up, now we're going forwards, and then now I'm back and down. Are you spiraling out of control though? Or are you spiraling in like a vicious cycle, or are you in more of like a virtuous cycle, like going upwards and principle based and in a direction that has meaning and feels good to you?
No, this doesn't feel good.
Okay. So is it silly to think that you've got some beliefs that when you hear them back or when you say them back to yourself, there's some cracks starting to appear? Is it silly to think that?
No, definitely not. I see the cracks. That's for sure.
See the cracks.
Yeah. I feel like I've slowly seen them starting over the last year or two, I reckon. I feel like I've started to see them, and it's like I've been doing lots of things for years to try and feel well and healthy, these, heal your gut and your adrenal fatigue and all these things. And I'm like, they're not working.
They're not working.
I'm like,
they're not working.
but then it's like, realistically, like, actually maybe they are, and I'm so used to being tired that I'm stuck in that. Well, you're always tired. Which actually isn't true. Yeah. Even though I just yawned.
but yeah, so you've got some beliefs here that my criticism is, I call them wonky. They're just kind of like a little bit, not really resourceful, not really well defined. These beliefs they're self-fulfilling prophecies. I yawn, therefore I must be tired. Oh, when I'm tired, I got to go to bed. Whoop. When I'm in bed and I'm not tired, I must be lazy. When I'm in bed and I'm not working, this has meaning to me. Now I feel an emotion and it's all around guilt and shame. Oh, now I feel guilt and shame that I have guilt and shame. Oh, now I've got guilt and shame that I have guilt and shame about my guilt and shame.
Exactly.
And at best, at best you've got this apathy. You rise up above guilt and shame to a level of apathy, and that's kind of where you button your head up against energetically and emotionally. It's this can't be bothered.
Yeah, that's it.
Right. What are you afraid of that might happen if you keep these beliefs?
I'll miss out on things. Like, missing out on time with my family. That my husband will resent me. Or for the mornings staying in bed and not helping, with the house, with morning life, But no, it's really about missing out on those times, and I could have really nice moments with my family. And also, I'm missing out on making myself happier because I could start my day off really nicely. Like I wrote this, I'm like, last week I was like, I'm going to do this morning routine and it's going to, I haven't done it, but I'm going to do this morning routine. And it was like very typical, but I'm like, that sounds so nice. Like getting up and going downstairs with the family and having breakfast, taking the dog for a walk, waving the kid off to school, tidying up the house so I feel like things are tidy and then I get ready for work and start work because I work from home, and I'm like, that sounds good because I know my kid's gone to school, the dog's had a walk, I've been in the sunshine or outside and then I can start work, and that sounds good. But very often it will be like I'm feeling like I'm dragging myself out of bed and walking like straight to my desk. And in the morning, my kid comes and gives me a hug and kiss and that before they go off to school in bed. And I'm like, I don't want to be like I'm this sickly parent who's always in bed. Like growing up, mum was always in bed in the morning. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
If nothing changes, nothing changes. What's the definition of insanity? It's to think that you'll get a different result if you
That's right.
I butchered that.
100%.
What's that saying? Definition of insanity: doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's some beliefs that you've got around rest, productivity, and being tired. But also I think there's some beliefs that I'm going to challenge you on this, that healthy people are always energetic. Healthy people are always excited.
Yeah.
I have a feeling.
Know logically that's not true though.
Yeah, I think you made that up.
Yeah.
You and that's been okay for you thus far to run that pattern, that program, that belief. But now you're starting to see some cracks, hey?
Yes, very much so.
What would it mean to you if you could be healthy but not energetic?
See, then I thought straight away my belief is like, but I will be because I'd be healthy.
Yeah, cool. Maybe we can define energetic, because I feel like that's
Mm.
still a little bit
Mm.
not clearly defined. What does energetic mean to you?
Um, Maybe like enthusiastic, like what? Well, and no, no, that's not true. I'm lying. Um, they're like on the go all the time. They not, no, that's not true either.
Mm.
See, I'm struggling to define it. It's more, I think they want to be on the move. They want to get up and go for a run or a walk or you know, run in the park with the dog, or they love exercise and they don't want to lie in bed and read a book.
Interesting. Where do you get this evidence from? How do you know this is true? Or are you making this up?
Because I feel like that's what I was taught.
Mm.
I feel like I was taught that's what is right
Mm.
growing up. And I would see that from my dad, when he was resting, it was because he was sick. And when he wasn't resting, he was doing. And the people that he saw resting, they were fat and lazy. Well, that's what he said.
Mm. Many years from now, lying in your bed, will you be willing to trade a chance to come back to this time of your life right now and adjust these beliefs? Or are you okay continuing to live these beliefs?
Yeah, no, I'm not okay with that.
Yeah. And every time you think about that, Jan, every time that you remember those lessons, those learnings, you tell yourself that it's okay to have those beliefs. You tell yourself that it's okay to have those feelings still. Continue. And it becomes a what? It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Guess what? You think it, you believe it, you do it. All of everything you achieve or don't achieve comes down to the stories you tell yourself.
Yeah.
You're telling yourself these stories. What's something that you used to believe as a kid that you don't believe anymore?
Well, I was going to say like Santa Claus, but then
Yeah.
I don't
Spoiler
want
alert.
someone who's listening not to destroy the Christmas magic.
Hey, just because they believe doesn't mean. Look, I believe that I believed that the water makes people itchy. But hang on a minute, cracks started to appear in that, and I proved through scientific evidence that that's not true. It's not even true for me. So what's true for you doesn't have to be true for somebody else. It's just an opinion. So what's true for your dad doesn't have to be true for you, Jen.
That's right.
Santa Claus. Like, it doesn't, when, I don't know if, I know from experience that when I put out some presents at night and I pass it off as Santa, it's a really fun time. It's a really nice time. But there comes a time where I'm not going to get into ethics of this.
No,
not the point.
That's very loaded.
But yeah, but like you've evolved, right? So it is possible to have a belief when you're a kid and you grow out of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you create these expectations. If you have a belief that Santa Claus is going to bring you some presents, and you wake up in the morning and presents are there, you're just like, yes.
Yeah.
So you've got these opinions
Mm-hmm.
and you want to change them. They're not working for you anymore. So I from our conversation today, it sounds like you've got an opinion on if somebody else expects you to show up, or if there's an expectation from others on you in the morning, you care enough to take that to the top, right? It becomes prime directive. You get out of bed. You jump up. You probably even get dressed. You show up.
I did today.
Woohoo! Right? You care.
Yeah.
But when it's just what you want, when it's just your husband, when it's just your son, you don't care enough.
Well, I know they'll love me anyway.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. What's that all about?
Well, I know they'll love me anyway, even if I am lazy.
Lazy. So that's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
And until that belief gets changed, you're insane to think that it's going to be different for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got some beliefs around that. You've also got some beliefs around what it means to be healthy, and what it means to be energetic. And you've said something that was really interesting before. You said, I want to show my child that it's okay to rest. It's okay to be productive. I don't know if you notice, but you've got these beliefs that you have been running since you were a child.
Yeah.
So if you could go back in time and you could tell young Jenny, little child Jenny,
Yeah.
what would you say to her about rest and productivity?
You aren't lazy. Resting doesn't mean you're bad or not good enough. You don't need to be sick to rest. It's not. Yeah. There's no moral value on weight or productivity. Doesn't make you a good or bad person.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can see this. I've just written down like you aren't lazy. What are you? If you're not lazy, you are XYZ. What's the
Productive.
You are productive. What does it mean to be productive? Like
Well, I said productive, but in my head I thought worthwhile.
Oh, I like it. You are worthwhile. You are worthwhile.
Not worthwhile.
Ah, delete, eject. Resting is okay. You are worthwhile, and you are a good person. Cool. Okay, so Jan, can you close your eyes for me?
Yep.
Just take a big deep breath. See if you can sit up straighter. Get some length in your spine. Good job. And just try and loosen up your shoulders. Let your arms be heavy. Let them hang. Let gravity do its thing. Just find a way to be calm and comfortable in this moment, right here, right now. And as you continue to breathe and hear me speak and hear my words, just bring your attention to the breath that's coming into your body right now. Breathing into your body all the way, just filling up every single part of your body. And when you breathe out, just feel your body loosen and any tension just fades away. Just continue to breathe just like that. Really good. Good job. Keep breathing. That's it. Every exhale is just like a tension just drips and goes away from you. Just lets it go. That's it. Just imagine if you could be worthwhile. Just imagine if you believe that resting is okay. And just imagine that you are a good person. Just imagine. And as you breathe, just imagine if it wasn't hard to be worthwhile. Just imagine if it wasn't hard to rest. Just imagine if it wasn't hard to be a good person. Just imagine if you gave yourself permission to be worthwhile. That's it. Just imagine if you gave yourself permission to rest. Just imagine if you gave yourself permission to be a good person. Gave yourself permission to know you are a good person. What if you wanted to be worthwhile? What if you wanted to rest when you needed? What if you wanted to be a good person? How would things be different if you did? Just imagine how things would be different. Just see that running in your mind, in that movie that's playing out in your mind. Just notice that. Notice what's coming up for you now. Can you tell me what's coming up for you? What sort of insights are coming to the surface of your awareness? What's the learnings?
That I am worthy, and I don't need an excuse to be able to rest. And I don't need to be stuck behind these beliefs anymore that they were holding me back.
Yeah. That's it. That's beautiful.
I'm not crying, you are.
And I'm wondering if we could do a few little affirmations, just some short statements. That's what I mean by little. But these short statements have a lot of meaning to you.
Yep.
How many kids have you got?
One.
Your son, your boy.
Yeah.
Your boys, your husband.
Yeah. Yeah. I always say that. I go, oh, my boys.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Okay. So, what if, as you take a big, deep breath in, I'm going to get you to say some things. So as you breathe in, and then once that air is in, you'll say an affirmation. And then just hold it there for a moment and just believe it. Believe that affirmation. Like really let it, as you say it, like the air will come out of you as you say it. And then just hold it. And then when you breathe in, just let it fill you up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then you'll breathe out any sort of doubt and tension and all that sort of stuff. All right, so just be nice and calm. You can keep your eyes open or closed. You're in charge. You're the boss. Take a big deep breath in, and just clear it all away. As you breathe in, think I am worthy, and then say it as you breathe out.
I am worthy.
That's it. Let that sink in. You are worthy. Then take a big deep breath in and believe it. And breathe out any doubt. Big deep breath in and breathing out. Good job. Big deep breath in and breathing out. Now breathe in. I want to wake up and be with my boys. And say it back.
I want to wake up and be with my boys.
Good job. Breathe in and feel it. And breathe out any doubt. Breathe it all in. You want to wake up and be with your boys. And breathe out any doubt. Good job. Breathe in and think I am a good person. And breathe out and say it.
I am a good person.
You are a good person. Breathing in, you're a good person. Breathing out any doubt. Breathing in and believe it. And breathe out any resistance and doubt. Breathe in and say, I am worthy.
I am worthy.
Good job. Breathe in. I want to wake up and be with my boys.
I want to wake up and be with my boys.
Good. Breathe in. I am a good person.
I am a good person.
Good job. Just let that settle. Just feel that. Good job. When you feel like you really embody that, good work.
Heavy.
Yay. You're worthy. You want to wake up, be with your boys. You're a good person.
Yeah.
Everything.
I need to go on the affirmation board.
Yeah. Boom. Everything you achieve, Jen, it comes down to the stories that you tell yourself. So when you really believe that you're worthy, when you really believe that you want to wake up and be with your boys, when you really believe that, and when you believe you're a good person, when those beliefs are in you, the track switches lanes. You're in an express, all, no stops, all the way to where you want to go.
Mm.
What's going to be different for you now going forwards with these new empowering beliefs?
I want to wake up and be with my boys. I don't want to stay in bed
Awesome.
all day, all the rest of my life.
Yeah. That's it. It's going to take some... Sorry, I cut you off. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I don't actually remember what I was going to say.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
It's going to take some evidence. It's going to take some facts and data to back these beliefs up before they really integrate, hey? So if you could watch out, if you could hone your attention towards the evidence, what sort of evidence are you going to look for to prove that you are worthy, to prove that you want to wake up and be with your boys, to prove that you're a good person? What's that going to take?
Well, first thing I think is I don't need to prove that. I don't need to prove them because they are true.
Cool.
But I think to remind myself that I don't always wake up tired. I want to keep note of when I wake up independently and feel like alert. So, and see that actually that happens quite often.
Cool.
Yeah.
If you say this to me, say this back to me and just see how it feels. I'm okay to wake up alert.
I'm okay to wake up alert.
How's that feel?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think it's more that I can wake up alert. It's the getting out of bed part is the problem.
Yeah. What about this bit then? I'm okay to wake up alert. I'm okay to wake up tired, or I'm okay to get out of bed alert.
I'm okay to get out of bed alert.
How's that feel?
Yeah, it's a bit sticky.
Yeah, okay. 'Cause there's something in that still.
Yeah, the getting out of bed part's like not the action part. Yeah.
What about this? I'm okay to get out of bed tired.
I'm okay to get out of bed tired.
I give myself permission to get out of bed tired.
I feel like it's more I just give myself permission to get out of bed.
Okay. Cool. Because you'll be in a different state. It'll be...
Some days you'll be tired, some days you're alert. Doesn't matter. It's about getting out of bed.
Yeah. I asked you before about proof. And I'm going to challenge you on the fact that healthy people always bounce out of bed. Healthy people are always energized. Healthy people are always, like I'm going to challenge you on that, because the evidence that I've seen indicates something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I think life is going to throw you a few curveballs, hopefully. I really do hope that your life's not boring enough to have no curveballs. And I think as you go through your days in the coming weeks and months and days, and you tell yourself constantly, I'm worthy. I want to wake up and be with my boys. I am a good person. I'm okay getting out of bed tired. I'm okay getting out of bed alert. I'm enough. I'm worthy. I want to get up. I want to be with my boys, and they love me no matter what. So if I'm tired, they're still going to love me.
Yeah.
If I'm energized, they're still going to love me. And I'm a good person. I love me. I love them. I love bed, but I love them.
Yeah.
And I love them.
Yeah.
How's this all sound and feel?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Cool. All right, let's wrap it up. I'm so grateful that you came on to our coaching call today. For any of our listeners who are really feeling like this is something that you might want to enjoy, then in the show notes down below, there's some information on that. But other than that, Jenny, thanks so much for coming on, and
thank you.
I'm excited.
It's heavy but highly recommended.
Cool. That's awesome. All right. Other than that, thank you so much. Take good care, and we will hopefully see you on the next podcast.
Thank you so much for listening. We so appreciate you. If you'd like to give us extra smiles, drop us a review and spread the love by sharing this episode.
You can also rate your own state of burnout and the root cause contributors by taking our Ending Body Burnout Assessment on our website. And if you're interested in learning about our group or one-on-one Ending Body Burnout programs, shoot us a DM via Instagram or Facebook. Have the best day ever.